Welcome to Athletic Alert, sponsored by Michael Rosenblum Podiatry. Today, we're going to be going through our top 7 rookies and sophomores in the NBA, and we're going to list them based on how impactful we think they will be in the future of the NBA.
That's right. Number 1 will be the most impactful out of this list. Number 7, the least impactful out of this list. All these guys are the most impactful, the top 7 guys, but in that order it's going to be...
In our opinions,
yes.
We each have our own list that we have not shared with each other yet.
Right.
So it's going to be a surprise hearing what we have to say.
All right, so we're going to go through 7 to 1. So let's start. My number 7 guy is D'Angelo Russell, the point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers. Listen, there's a lot of things going down in the Lakers organization. Kobe Bryant, maybe his last run this season. He might come back next year. Either way, this guy is an absolute stud, all right? Now, he may be off to a little shaky start this season through the first couple games. So I honestly think that when Kobe's gone, this guy's going to fill in for him. And that thing that Kobe's going to leave on him is going to be on his shoulders. It's all going to be on him. And along with Julius Randle, who I'll get later on my list.
Alright, that's kind of weird because I also have D'Angelo Russell at 7 on my list. And, I mean, he's just a versatile scorer. He had an amazing three-point percentage. It was over 40% in college. He can score from mid-range. He can drive to the hoop. He's a great passer, too. He just looks like a good point guard. But, I mean, he's really meant for his scoring.
Yep.
And he's lower on my list because, I mean, he's struggling right now. And even though I do think he will be good, I think it's going to take a little bit longer for him to be good rather than the guys that are a little higher on my list.
He's going to have to grow from guys like Kobe.
He's going to learn from them.
All right.
So let's move to my number 6 guy, and that is Nerlens Noel. And he was the 6th pick of the 2013 NBA draft, but he didn't play at all that season. He was out all the season with an injury. So his rookie year was last season, the 2014-15 season. So this will be his sophomore year. And he is just becoming an elite rim protector. He's a great defender. He averaged almost 5 blocks in college. And I mean, he's a monster rebounder too. He's all right in scoring, but he's very athletic for a big man. He's going to be a double-double monster, and I like him going forward.
I think that his hair is going to have more production than his offense. So I don't agree with that. So I went with Justise Winslow, the rookie for Miami.
You shouldn't be talking about hair then.
You know what? Let me tell you why. All right. So Justise Winslow, once LeBron left, things went downhill for Miami. They didn't get past, I don't know what round it was in the playoffs. They didn't make it last year. I don't know.
Yeah, they made the playoffs.
But yeah, so basically LeBron was the star of that team, and they were gone at small forward. They put Luol Deng and Danny Green, not even Danny. I don't know, some
Danny
guy.
Green.
Danny Granger. But anyway, those guys, they weren't cutting it for him. So Justise Winslow was drafted. I thought it was a great pick. He was number 10. The Miami Heat got lucky with that pick, and he's going to improve himself. He may be struggling right now. The first 11 games, he's shooting a great field goal percentage right now, but they need a sturdy small forward. He's that guy.
All right, so let's move to the number 5 spot. I have a guy you might not expect on here, and that is Emmanuel Mudiay, the 7th pick of the 2015 NBA draft. I mean, he's got great strength and quickness for a guard. It's a great combination. His drive to the rim is maybe the best out of all of the rookies in that class. He plays very up-tempo.
Rookies at that position, or
rookies in general. His drive to the rim is, in my opinion, looks very good.
Okay.
Like I said, he plays very up-tempo. He runs the break really well, and he would be higher on my list, but his up-tempo play sometimes leads to a lot of turnovers. He gets out of control. And I think it would be better with another primary scorer on a team with him, so he wouldn't have to, over-dribble and make bad decisions. And I don't think he would commit as many turnovers with somebody good on his team with him. So if that happens, expect him to be great. I see him becoming like a Russell Westbrook.
Wow, that's a bold prediction. We're going to have to put that in the archive, see if it comes true.
We'll see.
My number 5 guy is Kristaps Porzingis, the 4th pick of the first round of the 2015 draft. He's playing with the Knicks, obviously. When he was picked, a lot of people were like, no, we don't want him. He sucks. This guy's awful. It's going to take years for him to develop. Melo is one of those people. And let's take you back to the history. Phil Jackson, when he came into the Knicks organization, traded away JR, traded off Tyson. So many holes in that team. We went to a game. These guys are I've never heard of. Langston Galloway, all those guys.
Their starting lineup
was trash. But anyway, so they needed to fill those holes in free agency, which they really didn't do. I mean, a couple guys, Aaron Flowers.
No, I mean, they did a decent job.
Okay, so let's get to the point. Kristaps ends up being a great pick. He is right now a great starter on the Knicks. Him and Melo are the 2 stars on that team. And I see, there are a lot of rumors with Melo going out, and maybe later in the season, maybe next year when he's gone, Kristaps is going to be that leader on the team. And Kristaps is a big fan of Melo. They're working well together right now, and it's going to be interesting to see because right now I think, in my opinion, I'm not going to guarantee anything. I'm not going to predict he's going to be a Russell Westbrook. But I see him being a Aldridge kind of guy, a down low Pau Gasol, future stud, and he's just going to lead the Knicks all the way.
I see him as a Kevin Love.
Okay.
That's just me.
All right, and
I'm a Knicks fan.
right.
I watch him a lot.
So
He's going to be
all right. Let's go to number 4.
All right, my number 4
right.
guy. My number 4 guy is Julius Randle.
Hey, we agreed on something again.
The 7th pick of the 2014 draft. And he's very unique as a power forward because he can run. He's a pretty fast player and he can hit jumpers. So he's not very tall for a power forward, but he's very strong. He can move big around and around. And remember, like I said, he can run. So he's an athletic power forward. He has a lot of offensive weapons that will create mismatches for other power forwards in the league. So I think this is really going to help him become a great player and a great piece of the Lakers. And to compare with another player again, he reminds me of Charles Barkley.
Wow. Okay. Well, I also picked Julius Randle. Dwight Howard, when he was in LA, didn't work out. He left for Houston. Pau Gasol, he left for the Windy City. So who's going to fill in for that? I know you're laughing under your breath. Who's going to fill in for that hole? Who's going to be? Julius Randle, the monster, okay? He was in a messy situation. It looks like a great move. He only played 1 game last year. He ended that season because of an injury. He looks really good right now. He's shooting .436 field goal percentage, a little bit over 11 points per game. But him and D'Angelo Russell, that combo with Kobe leaving, maybe Nick Young staying, that's going to be the future of the Lakers right there. And his impact out of college was great. In college, he was awesome. So the Lakers made a smart move picking him, and I really love that guy. He's
going to be good.
Yeah,
he's going to be good.
Gonna be great.
So let's go to these are the top 3 now, and we probably have the same 3 guys, but we might have them in a different order.
Okay.
We'll have to see.
You want to see what I got?
At my number 3,
All right.
I have Jahlil Okafor, the 3rd pick of the 2015 draft. I mean, he's already the centerpiece of the 76ers, and he's only shooting 47% right now, which is weird because he put up a 66% field goal percentage in college, and his numbers are already great in the NBA. So I think his field goal percentage is going to improve, which is going to improve all of his numbers even more. And I mean, he's just very skilled in the post. He's an offensive beast, and he's going to be the centerpiece of the 76ers for a while, unless he gets moved to
a
team.
But I agree with that, but he's higher on my list. You're going to have to find out where he is. But my number 3 guy is Andrew Wiggins, all right? Andrew Wiggins, he got picked he was the number 1 pick by the Cavaliers in last year's draft, 2014. They ended up trading him in the Kevin Love deal, and that was, they gave up so much, the Timberwolves, for him. And
it's probably going to be worth it.
Yeah, honestly, everyone's like, oh, the Timberwolves stink. He right now, he's a monster. He's just very athletic. Him surrounded by Kevin Garnett, Ricky Rubio, Zach LaVine, and Karl Anthony Towns. He's revolving himself around those guys. That chemistry, maybe not with Kevin Garnett, but with all those other guys.
They need somebody like Garnett on that team to be good.
Yes, I know, but I'm saying for the future.
Yeah.
But I'm saying they're all clicking with each other. He's surrounding himself with those guys. He's become the 2nd best player on that team, and he leads the team in scoring.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a monster, and that brings me to my number 2 guy, the guy he just said, Andrew Wiggins, the 1st pick of the 2014 draft. I think he is the best scorer out of all the players on this list. In his rookie year, he started every single game on the Timberwolves, and he averaged the most minutes per game with the Timberwolves. So obviously they have trust in him. They are committed to surrounding their whole team by Andrew Wiggins. And you really can't blame him. He's an amazing scorer who I think is going to average at least 21 or 22 points a game.
He's averaging 21.5 right now.
And this is his 2nd year, and it's only the beginning. Right? I think he's going to be above that every single season from now on, maybe until he gets out of his prime. I mean, he can also rebound, he defends well on the perimeter, and I think he's just going to turn out as an elite player, he's like a shooting guard, small forward. He can play either of those. I think he's going to be one of the best in the league.
Well, I can't disagree with Jesse on Andrew Wiggins being great, but I'm going to see Jahlil Okafor as being even better. He's my number 2 guy. Joel Embiid, he was the Philadelphia 76ers pick in 2014, And everyone's like, yeah, Joel Embiid. Wait, he has a foot injury? Are you kidding me? He hasn't played one game for the Philadelphia 76ers.
I wanted to put him on my list, but the injuries...
He can't... We don't even see him.
He was really going to be good.
Yeah, you know what? He's trash right now. He's sitting on his couch. Oh, they suck. You know what? You know what? Here, let me tell you why Okafor is going to make the difference for the team.
Good reason.
Good reason. Nerlens Noel. I see Okafor is better than him. He's more dominant. He was Okafor was number 3 pick. Everyone's like, how can you pass on Okafor? The Lakers, how can you pass on him? He was one of the best players in the draft. Everyone saw him as the best player in the draft over Karl-Anthony Towns. But, you know, he just made, on a guy like him on a suck team.
A
suckish team. On a trash team like the Sixers. He's going to get all the points. He's going to get all the wins. He's going to be the top guy in every single category. Because the rest of the team, besides Randle Noel, is trash.
They are trash, and I agree that he'll be the centerpiece, but, you know, I just had him as number 3 and Wiggins at number 2, so we just switch those around.
All right.
Let's move on to our...
All right. It's kind of obvious.
Probably
all right.
our number 1.
How about we just say who we have? I'm going to go with Karl-Anthony Towns.
That's right, I have him too.
All right, you want me to explain first?
Sure.
All right, Karl-Anthony Towns is our number 1 guy on this list. He was a first-round pick of the 2015 draft. And right now, he's 16 points per game, which is amazing. He's proven to be the best player on Minnesota.
16 points per game is amazing.
Well, for him, he's a rookie.
I mean, it's good.
Okay, you know what? Then why'd you pick him first? You have to explain. But anyway, he's proven to be the best player, I feel, on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And he will be the best player for the year's foreseeable future. And honestly, Andrew Wiggins, like I said, that chemistry between the two. Him down the paint, you know, he's amazing. His versatility, the height he has, the amount of dunks he gets. Maybe he's got to work on a shot a little bit, but he's a monster.
He's amazing, and you know, everybody that's following the NBA, he's already doing serious damage. He's already establishing himself as one of the best big men in the NBA.
Yeah.
He's averaging a double-double, and I mean, his blocks, you can't forget about that. His defense is amazing.
He leads the team in blocks and rebounds.
He leads the team, and I mean, he's averaging what, two or three blocks a game.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a reason he was first pick, and that's because he's a star. He's a stud. And I mean, only after a quarter of the season, it's only been a quarter of the NBA season, and he shows no signs of slowing down.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be a top 3 big man in the future.
I see the rest of the Timberwolves team revolving around him.
The Timberwolves are amazing because they are going to be such a good team in a few years. I mean, I see them as the most exciting team in the NBA. And, you know, they're going to be...
That's good news for Colin. Colin loves the Timberwolves.
Colin, a fan of the Timberwolves, not here with us today, but...
Colin, your Timberwolves are going to be good.
Yeah, I know.
So that really wraps it up. That was each of our top 7 lists. Put your list down below, or your opinions on what we had. Tell us whose list you like better. And, you know, just like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to us. Thank you for all you do.
Right now we're at 120. Love to see a lot more coming through.
Yep, and we'll see you next time on Athletic Alert.